Well, Vivian is the editor of Ignatius Press Magnificat children's books. We have a bunch of them here, and she joins us all the way from California to talk about some new releases. Vivian, thanks so much for being with us. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Well, with back-to-school season upon us, families are always looking for enticing reading for younger people and families. I remember as a dad with younger kids many years ago, I used to read to my kids all the time. So tell us about the Ignatius Magnificat commitment to younger readers.
Well, for more than a decade now, Ignatius Press has partnered with Magnificat to produce high-quality, beautiful, I might add, children's books, Catholic books, either Bible-related, saint-related, faith-related, and now recently we've started producing some novels for the YA crowd. That's the middle schoolers and high schoolers.
And the selection is amazing. We have a pile of them right here on the set. Something for new readers is Tommy DiPolo, a book which is always a favorite, an illustrated Bible, something for early teens. What can you share about these titles?
Well, there's a lot to say. The Tommy de Paola illustrated book, of course, is a charmer. It's about it's the little friar who flew, about Saint Joseph of Cupertino, and it's funny, it's charming, it's sweet, it's Tommy de Paola illustrations. He's a big favorite. He just died about a year ago, and Ignatius Press is bringing back into print some of his religious books. And then The Little Way, which is a picture book as well, that's about the writings of Saint Therese of Lisieux as encountered by a little boy. And it's touching and it's moving, and even adults will learn about The Little Way from that. And then we have God is Calling, Seeing the Signs of His Life, which is written by Brother Francois Fontenay, who is with the Franciscans for the Renewal. And this book is all about how he heard his vocation to religious life and showing children that God is talking to them too in the signs all around them. And then we have an illustrated Bible that's kind of a graphic novel, comic style, by a French deacon for children who has won awards for his illustrations. It's not a cheesy comic book at all. It's very high quality. It's hardcover. And last but not least, we have a new addition to the series of novels called The Shadows of Rome, which is sort of like a Hardy Boys set in the persecution of Diocletian in the 400s or 300s in ancient Rome. And this is the, which one is this? This is the fourth book in a series of 5, and they're all fabulous. So did I get it all in?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, you know what? Kind of impressive, to tell you the truth. So my daughter's a second grade teacher, and I also had a friend, Lavina Lawless, who would always tell me, and she was a teacher as well, always tell me how important it was to read to kids and have kids read. Why is it extra important to have books about faith for these children to read?
Well, because how else are they going to learn the faith if you don't teach it to them? And what better way to teach anything to a child than to have the child next to you? And this is actually a time that they look forward to, being close to their parents. Often reading is done just before bedtime. And it's really a way to share the faith in a loving, affectionate way. And also not just getting out a catechism and just, well, let's just go through this kids one at a time, but to read stories that like saint stories that inspire because of the example, or the Bible itself. What can be more important than hearing the Word of God, for the child to hear the Word of God himself? So I think reading aloud is just one of the best things you can do for your children, and even secular experts have all studied this and demonstrated how the child's language and vocabulary and reading skills will be so much better later on if you start reading to them young.
Mm-hmm. Well, Vivian, we really thank you for being with us today and getting up early all the way from California. So these are colorful and exciting books for families. How can families or people get for their own home collections?
Well, you can go to the Ignatius website, www.ignatius, or we have an 800 number, 1-800-651-1531, which is the year Our Lady of Guadalupe appeared to Juan Diego.
Well, Vivian, again, thank you so much for being with us, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too.